Hi, I'm Susan from Swirly Girls Design, here to show you the new non-slip CGRSAV1 ruler from Creative Grids, designed by Swirly Girls Design and Carla Alexander. The ruler was designed to cut circles from 3 inches to 15.5 inches in half-inch increments. This side is designed for cutting half-inch circles, and this side for full-inch circles. It's got the great Creative Grips gripper on the back so it doesn't slide. You can use a rotary cutter up to 45 millimeters. There's a fold line for applique or complete circles and a seam allowance line if you'd like to piece in your circles or do partial circles. Take a square of fabric, fold it into quarters, align the ruler. I'm going to align the folded edge along the fold edge on the ruler to cut an 11-inch circle. Just put the ruler in the slot and slowly move around the curve. If you'd like that to be a ring, you can move down to the 8-inch circle and cut around the curve. That will yield an 8-inch circle and an 11-inch ring. For half inches, simply flip the ruler around and select the desired finished size of your circle here.
Hi, I'm Carla Alexander, and today I'm going to show you the CGRSAV1 ruler, and I'm going to demonstrate how to cut an arc using a rotary cutter. So the first thing I'm going to do is choose the size of the actual arc that goes into the block. I like to take my rotary cutter and slide it across till it locks in, and then I back up to the teardrop, place my hand right like this, push down, and I curve around and kind of move my body with it. Close the blade, and when you lift up the ruler, you have your arc. Now you'll want, if this is the round part of your block, you'll want the background piece to be one measurement smaller, which is already figured out for you on the ruler. Here's an example of a finished arc, a quarter of a circle. And what you'll see with this is you'll see that this is the background piece, and you'll see that it's cut smaller than the actual arc that's going to be sewn into it. When I sew the arcs in, I like to tack them in the halfway position. Find the halfway mark on each point and match that. You can place a pin right there, or you could actually do a little tacking stitch with a sewing machine, and I do the same thing on each end. That way I make sure that it's nice and flush. And then when I sew it, I'm going to begin from the center and I'm going to ease it together just like this. And then I'll flip it over. And I know some people like to stay on one side or the other, but I like to do it like this. And that way there's no surprises in the end. And there we go. And then when you're done, it opens up like this. And here's a quarter arc. So at the half circle, you'll begin with a rectangle, and you'll fold it in half, and on the ruler, it's going to have a line that says fold line. And so you're going to match up the fold with the line on the ruler right here, and you're going to cut, and then when you open it up, that will be the back, that will be the arc piece. That will be this piece right here. This piece right here is cut smaller. And then when you open it up right here, and the added seam allowance is automatically right here. You don't need to add the seam allowance in here. And once again, when I sew those, I'm going to find the center mark, put a pin or a stitch, and again on the edges. And then when I sew those together, I'm just going to match up those edges, and it's almost like sewing a straight line until you get to the middle part. And then that's your half circle. For a set-in circle, which I thought would be a lot harder than it is, it's going to look like this. And the back side, you can see, is set in. And for a whole circle to be set in, you're going to take and fold your fabric in half and in half into a quarter, like this. And you're going to place the ruler like this, and you're going to line it up with the fold line, and then you'll cut. So that's what I have prepared here, and I've got the background piece cut first. And you can see when I open it up, it has the hole for the centerpiece. And then for the actual circle, I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but this is going to be one measurement larger. And when I cut the hole out of it, there we go. And so that piece will be set in to this piece. And once again, in order to do that, what I like to do is find this registration points like right exactly in the middle, and I've tacked it right here and right here. And then when I go to sew it, I'm just going to match those edges up, and I'm going to fill in the gap until I get to this other to the other little tacking mark, and ease that in. And that is how you get your set-in circle right here.